Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about version 30.2 release notes. So basically everything that's going to happen in month of April, or most of it. And there will be a lot of videos coming today, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible for you. Now, we have another additional champion that we did not know is getting buffed. So the leaks about Howard the Duck and Crossbones buffs were in fact accurate, but Nova is also getting a buff. So that's kind of awesome. Nova definitely needed some help. I will read the buff details shortly. I have not done so yet, but overall, yeah, it's kind of nice that we do get that third champion that is also getting a buff. Now, the biggest news of next month is that Variant 7 is coming, and it is not what we expected at all. It's Arachnid Action, and for those of you who do not remember, it is Miles Morales variant, and it is going to be centered about hero champions. So they are skipping over Groot and Rocket Raccoon variant, which is kind of fair enough because they do not release variants every month, so they do have to skip over some, I suppose. But either way, this variant focuses on hero champions, which in itself is not a problem at all, because hero champions is the biggest hashtag group in the game. I think majority of the champions in the game currently have the hashtag hero because, wait, it's Marvel Concept Champions and it's Marvel Heroes, right? Anyways, we have a ton of heroes. That's cool. However, there is a bit of a worrisome point here, which I definitely have to kind of keep a close eye out for. Additionally, each chapter will have class-based champion requirements with paths designed both challenge and benefit that champions require to enter. Now, this is a very, very slippery slope because historically, whenever we have hard class gating, it has been some of the worst received content in their own respective categories. Like we had 5.3, that is nobody's favorite chapter in Act 5 because it just takes so long and it's so annoying. Then we have variant 1, who is to this day considered the hardest variant and largely ignored by a large portion of the summoners. And it is mainly because of the hard gating of the champions. If we could bring in every single class champions in every single chapter, it would be significantly easier. What makes it so hard that there are things that classes are good at. For instance, skill champions are good at, I don't know, preventing away, shrugging off debuffs and stuff like, and inflicting damage over time debuffs. But they were forced to deal with a lot of power gain nodes. So that's very easy to design a set of nodes that the skill champions will completely suck against, and that goes for pretty much every class. So this class gating hopefully is done well, and historically, obviously, variants have been some of the best content in the game, so I am not too worried, but I'm cautious at this point, because whenever class gates come to the play, it usually in this game typically goes sideways, so it is something to keep an eye out for. Now we have the Contest of Realms, which is the name of the side event. I made a video on it yesterday. Overall, I think it's a fairly decent, straightforward side event. Unfortunately, it has completely random rewards, and that is the biggest downfall of it. But at the very least, playing the side event will be very simple. Get a daily objective, complete it whenever you feel like it, get a key for completing it, do the hardest difficulty of the quest, done. Easy. And then we have obviously the new champions, which are whatever they are. We're going to discuss their abilities shortly. I'm not going to get too much into that. And another perhaps quite important update is auto fight updates. I personally absolutely love the fact that I can auto fight through the the class catalyst quest, and that has been quite a big help for me to quickly dump energy. And potentially this will be a very good quality of life improvement, so big thumbs up for that one. Personally do like it a lot, especially because, yeah, quite often you are at full energy, or at least I am, and I don't necessarily have the time to actually go through and do the fights if I'm rushing to do either arena or make a video or do something else. So very, very happy to see this one. Now we have a ton of bug fixes and improvements. Most of them are relatively irrelevant. The one that stood out for me, however, is that Psycho Man increased slide back distance on heavy attacks to prevent looping heavy attacks in the corner. That was literally one thing why Psycho Man could potentially be used in any meaningful situation, and it was because he completely power special locked off opponents and he could enter that loop of his. It was still not worth doing because it took 39 years, but if push comes to shove, there could have been a potential use for Psycho Man under some circumstances. Now Kabam has made sure that there is absolutely no need to use Psycho Man. Only thing I'm going to say is, this kind of feels like kicking somebody while he's already down. Psycho Man clearly needs all and every help that he can get to be even remotely considered as a functional champion, and this just took away the one thing that he had. Literally just took away the one thing that he had. If you look at Psycho Man as a homeless person who sleeps in a box, then Kabam took the box away from Psycho Man. Anyways, I just found it quite funny. Ultimately, it doesn't matter too much because realistically, none of us were to use Psycho Man for much anyways, but it just seems extremely mean-spirited. I understand why they did it, kind of, like to prevent some potential future cheese, but kind of funny. But yeah, that is about it. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer because, as I said, you probably have a ton of videos to watch and there's a ton of things happening tonight. That is it. Stay tuned for all of the upcoming champion breakdowns that I'm about to post. And hey, while you're at it, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and do all the other cool stuff people want you to do on YouTube typically. Drop a comment for algorithm. Why not? See you, folks. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information